hundreds of community heroes chosen for their contribution to society. And one of those was Des Lally. And this is his cheeky selfie in front of the chairs of estate shortly before the coronation began. He's raised thousands of pounds for charity by climbing the highest peak in southern Britain every day for a year. And Des joins me now. I'm very pleased to say morning to you, Des. So you were one of over 450 British Empire Medal recipients who were invited to the coronation to celebrate the fact that you've done so much for charity. But first of all, tell us what it was like. How was it to be there in Westminster Abbey?
Do you know what, Anna? It was truly amazing, and even sort of, first thing in the morning, it was an early start. Sort of, I stayed up with a friend up in St Albans on Friday night, and it was a 4 a.m. alarm. But even sort of 6:30 in the morning when I arrived there, it was still very surreal, and it was only starting to sink in then that actually, do you know what? You're one of a very small percentage of people that are honoured and privileged to be able to attend this momentous occasion.
And did you have a favourite moment? Was there something that stood out for you during it?
Do you know what, the whole day from start to finish was just, it was, as I said, it was very surreal. It was, and like somebody said yesterday, it was almost sort of, it was like Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory moment where you won that golden ticket. But for me, one of the standout occasions apart from the whole thing was, obviously the crowning, but at the end when we sang the national anthem, it really did make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
And let you blow your own trumpet a little bit. I mean, you were there for a reason. You were awarded a British Empire Medal for your fundraising, weren't you? I mean, tell us a little bit about what you did. You scaled the second highest peak in Wales 365 times in a year. Is that right?
Yeah, I went at Pen y Fan in the Brecon Beacons, or Banau Brycheiniog as it's known now, 365 times in 365 days.
Well, when we're looking at some fantastic pictures of you dressed up at the peak, dressed up as a flower, so it's an extraordinary achievement. I think you raised over £50,000 for Help the Heroes and Cancer Research UK, so an incredible achievement. But how surprised were you, despite all of that, to get this invitation to the coronation?
I was. It was, I was talking to people about it yesterday, and everybody sort of, the majority of people I spoke to sort of, when their invitations came through, I think we were all sort of thinking the same thing. That the first thing I thought was it was a scam. And it was an email that you didn't want to open in case, in case it was a scam sort of thing. But obviously when the realization sort of hit home that, actually you were invited, it's been a tremendous build up to it. And, it was, as I said, it's something that the majority of people, weren't invited to. And, majority of us will never get to attend again,
And, well, Des, it's been a real pleasure talking to you, and we're really enjoying your pictures that you put on Twitter. You made the most of your time, didn't you? I love the pictures of you with Ant and Dec as well. Fantastic stuff. Glad you had a great day. And congratulations on all your extraordinary fundraising as well. Thanks very much indeed.
Thanks, Anna. All the best. Have a great day.
So we've got the sport coming up in a moment with Jackie. So, Jackie, sport continues, of course. What's going on?
Yes, absolutely. Loads and loads of football around yesterday. They were like, coronation? What coronation? Manchester City moved 4 points clear of Arsenal in the Premier League title race. We'll show you how they did it. Plus, Harry Kane becomes the second highest scorer in Premier League history. Watch the goal that helped him do it. And on the way, Lewis Hamilton had a qualifying session to forget for the Miami Grand Prix. His worst performance in the States. We'll bring that to you.
Wieder mehr als 40.000 Tote allein in den letzten Wochen.
Es ist vorbei. Ich bitte Sie um den Waffenstillstand.
The biggest issue right now is the fact that they're just not coming to terms. The writers are being underpaid and marginalised. And, with the development and progression of the streaming industry, everything has changed. And so, the current situation is just not the same, and things have to be negotiated and put straight. The reality is very, very tough. You're going from gig to gig, and often you're pitching for a lot of projects, putting a lot of time in, research in, and you're not getting paid for that. So when you do get a gig, maybe the gig lasts for 3 months or 6 months, and then you're on trying to find the next one. So it really is feast or famine. And with, the wages going down for writers, and the pay getting less, it's just getting tougher and tougher. The strike is coming at the wrong time, but for the right reasons. But yeah, it really has changed. All of a sudden the doors open and you can get in there. However, you still need to come up with good ideas, good content, good projects that you put forth. So it's never a done deal. So in many ways, I have to work harder than ever before. And with this strike looming over, it really is. It's a very, very tough time. It's an exciting time, but a tough time. So very weird emotions for me right now.
A little bit of breaking news to bring you this morning. 8 people have been killed in a shooting at a shopping mall in Texas. So let's get the latest. Martha Kellner joins me now from Los Angeles. So Martha, what do we know about this shooting?
Yeah, this shooting, Anna, happened at an outlet mall, so an outdoor mall in the city of Allen, Texas. It's a city of around 100,000 people in the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area. Dashcam footage that's been widely circulated online shows a shooter stepping out of a vehicle outside of that mall and immediately starts shooting at people on the pavement. More than 3 dozen shots can be heard as this vehicle recording the shooting drives off. Authorities say 7 people, including the shooter, died at the scene. 9 victims were taken to hospital, but 2 of them unfortunately died. 7 people still being treated in hospital. As it happens, an Allen City police officer was at the scene of this mall that you can see on your screen now, attending a completely unrelated incident. They heard the shots being fired and immediately